Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. If you are coming back, if you're new to this channel and you've just joined us on this series, then the link is below that will take you to the start of the series if you want to go there. But I guess it's a good point in time to actually join us if you have missed the series so far. Join us for the transfer special as we climb into the Football League. Hello and welcome to episode 31 of this year's To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, of course, we have for you the end of season review and a transfer special when we have a look and see if we've been doing the right activities in the transfer window. And also, I'm not quite sure what's happened on my screen. It's just gone blank. There may be a reason for it, and I think I know what it is, but I will sort it out in just a moment. Yes, as I was saying, the transfer special, see if we brought in the right players that will keep us up in League Two, and of course a new season, a preview to go alongside it. So that's how the episode is going to permeate itself. I've sorted out my screen while I was talking to you. Details of the end of the season. Of course, last time you were with us, we finished the season in decidedly bad form, to be fair. We lost in the final game of the National League, 3-2 against Chesterfield. And then we lost in the FA Trophy final at Wembley against Notts County by 3-1. And we also lost a friendly to Celtic B, jammed in between the two. The only good thing about all of that was that Manny Norquette was still firing away pretty much on all cylinders at the end of the season. The question is he going to be firing on all cylinders at the start of the new season? And in fact, A, is he still with us? And B, have we brought in anybody over the top of him? We'll find that all out in this episode. Yeah, so that's pretty much what went on while we were doing the end of season. And today, it does mean that what we do is we have a look at the end of season review, a roundup of all that happened in that glorious season. Just to recap again for you, if you've missed the series so far, Chesterfield beat Wrexham and have gone up as also promoted as winners of the playoff. I'm trying to sort this out. What is the matter with it? Right, there we go. So this is how the table finished. We finished top on 103 points. Chesterfield in second on 95. Wrexham third on 82. I'm not going to go into too much detail because we will do it, as you know, in our transfer specials. Southend fourth on 80 points. Then come Torquay United fifth on 79. Halifax sixth on 71. Grimsby seventh on 71. Just creeping in there. Notts County, I think, if I'm right, 2-4. Oh no, I think Notts County were in the playoffs. No, they won't. It's 7, isn't it? 2. Yes, so it's only down to 7th. So Notts County missing out on the playoffs. Beat us in the trophy final, but missing out on the playoffs. As I say, Chesterfield, who finished second, 13 points clear of Wrexham, really probably deserved to be promoted. I think it would have been a bit of a travesty if any of the others had been promoted. But as I say, we will go into finer detail on all that in a short while. Dagenham, Redbridge, Spennymoor, Hampton and Richmond and Wealdstone have all been relegated back down into the respective North or South leagues, but of no consequence to us really in this coming season. Right, without any more to do, let's have the end of season review. It's here somewhere. He says, there it is, end of season review. And we start, as always, with the new arrivals and how they lined up. And they are in average rating order. So in all other details, Patrick Gamble was our best rated incoming. He came in the summer from Blackburn, 20-year-old young centre-back. 46 games he played for us, 6 from the bench, 3 goals and 1 assist, a 7.39. Manny Norquette, the man that really did a lot of the work for us, coming from Manchester United, 34 appearances, 12 from the bench, 34 goals, 4 assists and 7.38. Johnny Smith coming from Burton Albion, 26-year-old winger, 19 starts, 1 from the bench, 5 goals, 6 assists, 7.30. And then Perry Moss, who came from Banbury United, 42 appearances, 7 from the bench, 9 goals. And this is where he really, really did excel. 17 assists. So effectively contributing 17 of those goals. So very, very good stats. That's 7.23. AJ Reeves came from York, 30 appearances, 6 from the bench, 5 goals, 7 assists, 7.17. Rhys Greenwich came in from Chester, 32 appearances, 15 from the bench, 3 goals, 1 assist, 7.16. Romain Mundell come from Tottenham, 32 appearances, 3 from the bench, 2 goals, 3 assists, 7.10. And Harry Williams was the other player getting over a 7 for his average rating. Come from Redcliffe. We actually paid money for him, near enough £6,000. 19 appearances, 3 substitute appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist, 7.01. And others that came in, we won't go into too much detail because they're all under 7. Louis Molden, who made 46 appearances for us in that promotional season, came in from Wolves. Alex Patterson, only 3 appearances, came from Harrogate City. Jaden Redmond, 31 appearances, 15 from the bench, 6 assists, 5 goals, 6 assists. Sion Spencer, 8 goals, 4 assists from 26 appearances. Joe Hardy scored 12 goals. He had a little bit of a prolific spell, but he lost his way after that, and I'm not sure he's going to be around for too much longer. 16 appearances he made, 12 goals from 16. Good return, I suppose, but he just seemed to go off the wave. Adam Preisbeck, we're bringing him in really to come over Louis Molden, but I think it really sort of give Louis Molden a bit of impetus to stay as our number 1 goalkeeper. Adam coming in from Walsall, only made 3 appearances last season. Nick McAllister coming in from Ayr, 7 appearances, 3 from the bench. Harry Smith, again, we brought him in. I think I said at the time that I bought him, it was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Didn't really want him. 6.45, made 1 appearance, 1 from the bench. He won't be staying with us. I feel sure of that. And Matty Jacob, coming from Hull, really didn't make any showing last season. It could well be. He did come in right at the end of the season, so it could well be that he'll make some inroads this year. Our going outs, we won't concentrate on them too much. Nobody doing any great sorts, really. Lewis Thompson is probably the best rated out of all of them. Chris Dawson, Eddie Jackson, Theo Richardson, names that you'll probably remember. Serhat Tazdemir, Joel Senior, Jack Lee. Yes, Jack Lee, do you remember him? Matthew Hudson, they're all players that went out, and Jack Lee didn't actually play. I don't know where he ended up. Where did he end up? Or did he end up anywhere? He didn't. He left us under a bit of a cloud and didn't do anything when he left, which is quite interesting. Lots of loans out. Best loanee going out was Girolamo, 28-year-old striker, scored 5 goals on his loan spell. Only made 4 appearances, 5 from the bench, so he wasn't doing a great deal. And went to Chester for the season. So top scorers out of the loanees, well, pretty much him, Brown Sterling and Scott Bowden. Nobody really went. Oh, sorry, Tom Fielding scored 6. Nobody really went out and excelled themselves enough for us to think, oh, we need to bring them into the side next season. Vanarama National League then, the board expectation was to avoid relegation. I think we managed to do that, really. Finished first, an average attendance of 1,843, 49% full. Manny Norkett, top scorer in the Vanarama National League. 25 goals aboard. Pleased that the team won the National League. As I say, more on the table very, very shortly. And, of course, all the scores are down here. Emirates FA Cup, reached the FA Cup proper, which we did. Finished in the first round. 3 goals, Manny Norkett, top scorer. The board were pleased that we reached the first round of the FA Cup. Knocked out by Bromley. Beat Gainsborough Trinity 6-0, and then lost 2-0 to Bromley. The Builder Base Trophy, good season for that. Be competitive in the FA Trophy. The board expectation, we actually finished as runners up. Really should have won it, as we've just talked about. Good run. St Albans City 2-0. Chester, we had to get through on penalties out of that one. Concord Rangers 2-0. Chesterfield 2-1. Ebbsfleet we beat in both legs of the semi-final, and then ended up at Notts County in Wembley. Sorry, ended up at Wembley against Notts County in the final, losing 3-1, which was extremely disappointing. Our biggest win of the season, that 6-0 win against Gainsborough in the FA Cup. The Vanarama National League, a 4-2 win over Wrexham, who were favourites to be promoted. Bit of a topsy-turvy. Osborne scoring the opening goal after a minute. Sion Spence from the penalty spot made it 2-0. They came back through Paul Mullin after 42 minutes, made it 2-1 going into half-time. Manny Norkett scoring immediately after half-time to make it 3-1. Daniel Rowe getting... and Manny Norkett scoring another one, making it 4-1 after 51 minutes. Dan Rowe getting one back after 56. Just a little bit squeaky for a while, but nothing of great worry. Goal of the season was the 44th minute strike by Greaves in this one. We can actually see it now. Let's have a quick look at the goal of the season then. The game against Dagenham and Redbridge. Linton crosses that ball to Greaves. Greaves, a lovely strike from 30 yards out. Fantastic goal, and richly deserves the goal of the season. I'm not sure whether there were other goals in amongst that that should have been better or as good. While we're on talking about goals of the season, I am in the process of recording a special edition of To Be a Legend, and it is going to be all the goals from the season, and it will be coming out very, very shortly. So watch out for that one, a special episode when you can just see all the goals that have gone so far, or certainly in the last season. Finances, well, doesn't really tell you a lot. It's not giving me any data there from last year, so we'll pass this one by very, very quickly. The team then of the season, Malden in goal, Linton, Greenwich, Gamble and Clark are backline, Greaves and Camois in front of them, and it's Harry Bunn, who not sure whether he's going to be with us next season, Jaden Raymond and Perry Moss behind Manny Norkett up front, that 4-2-3-1 style of play. Clean slate as a technical style, apparently. So that was our best 11 of the season. On to accolades. One Vanarama Manager of the month in September, October and April. And actually won the Manager of the Year as well. So very, very pleased with that. Club Awards, Manny Norkett, Fans Player of the Season, also Young Player of the Season and Signing of the Season. Goal of the Season, as we've just seen from AJ Greaves. Top goal scorer, 34 goals for the season from Manny Norkett. Most assists, Perry Moss. We've already talked about that. Most Player of the Match awards. Not surprisingly, Manny Norkett picking up 8. Patrick Gamble, best average rating of the season, 7.4. And the most passes completed in 90 minutes was Reece Greenidge, 70 passes completed in 90 minutes. Competition awards. Manny Norquette did pick up the Vanarama National League Player of the Season. So he's had a absolutely fantastic season as it was. Record breakers, of course, 34 goals in a season for Manny Norquette. 25 goals in the league is a new season record. Most goals by a player in a match, 4 goals from Manny Norquette. So he's picked up lots of awards. Most goals by a player in a league match, 4. Louis Molden, most clean sheets, 16. AJ Graves, worst discipline, 19 yellow cards throughout the season. Josiah Linton, youngest player that we played, 18 years, 255 days. Highest transfer fee paid was Harry Williams. Fastest goal, 45 seconds, Sam Osborne. What game was that in? I don't know, but it was 45 seconds. Josiah Linton, youngest goal scorer. He was 18 years, 283 days when he scored that goal. And Scott Bowden was the oldest goal scorer. 33 years, 274 days when he scored for us. So that is our season. Daniel Wilkes from the non-league football paper said it was a superb season for Buxton, who exceeded expectations throughout the campaign and claimed a deserved title. And of course, we get the dynamic timeline now, which we're not going to dwell over too much. It'll be something to look back on in due course. Prolific Norquette. I mean, yeah. Obviously, when we get towards the end of the series, we can use this and actually go through. It actually gives us a bit of a... But so far in this series, 2 trophies and 2 major awards we've had. We've had the 2 trophies, of course, were the National League North and then the National League were the trophies that we've actually won. Yeah, National League winners. National League North winners. So there we go. That is our end of season review. And as we normally do, we have a quick look now at the table and dissect it bit by bit. And I like to go through it in the usual manner. We'll start with our home record first. Our home record for the season, we were top. 54 points picked up at home. We only lost once at home all season. That was against Notts County, a 2-0 loss against them. 58 goals for, 22 goals against, a goal difference of 36, winning 16, drawing 6, and losing just 1 game in the home half of the season. The away record, again, we finished top, not so well, but lost 2 games away. Chesterfield, a 3-2 loss, and Southend, a 2-0 loss. 49 points we picked up on the road. Chesterfield, of course, doing extremely well behind us. And, yeah, not a bad away record for the season. 46 goals for, 22 against, a goal difference of plus 24. The first half of the season, we were on top, as you know. 7 points clear of Torquay United at the halfway stage. Wrexham were 3rd, Eastleigh were 4th, and Chesterfield at that time were down in 5th, 11 points adrift of us. But they obviously come through the pack, still stayed that little bit adrift of us, albeit they did come catching us. 40 points in the first half of the season. Second half of the season, as you'll see, Chesterfield overtook us second half of the season, were better than us in the second half. 55 points against our 52 points. So they had an absolutely stonking second half of the season, which helped them finish in second place and win the playoffs. I think it was the momentum that they had going into the end of the season that did it. We'll see that now in the last 5 games. If we look at the last 5 games, we actually were down here 2, 4, 6, 8. We were actually 10th for the final 5 games of the season. Won 2, drew 2, lost 1. The amount of points that we dropped in that final run-in, only picking up 8 points all told. Whereas Southend had the most fantastic run-in, only lost 1 game of their 5. It says 2 there. It says 2 on there as well. Something's not right, methinks. Anyway, 12 points they picked up in their final 5 games, finishing 4th overall. Chesterfield were 3rd, having won. What? You see, this isn't right. Oh, this last 5 games. That might include the playoffs as well, of course. So it does probably not an absolutely true reading. That's why I'm not seeing it as it is. That's probably why. Yes, Chesterfield, 3 wins, 2 draws, and no losses in the run-in at the end of the season. The media prediction. Well, we eventually, I think early when we did, if we go back to this time last season, I think they had us down here somewhere and being relegated. But I think the media prediction said that we were going to finish 10th. We'll go back and check at some point or other, but finished 1st. Chesterfield expected to finish 4th, finished 2nd. Wrexham, as I said, who were expected to be promoted, only finished 3rd and then didn't win through the playoffs. Southend expected to finish 3rd, finished 4th. Torquay had an absolutely grand season, expected to finish 16th, finished 5th. Halifax finished where they were supposed to. Notts County, the other side, expected to finish 2nd, missed out on the playoffs in 8th place. Barnet had a good season, expected to finish 17th, finished 9th. Aldershot expected to finish 18th, finished 13th. Ebbsfleet expected to finish 20th, finished 14th. York City expected to go, not go down. Yes, go down, but managed to avoid that relegation drop. The other teams that went down were expected to go Wealdstone, Hampstead and Richmond, and Spennymoor. It's just Dagenham and Redbridge dropped, expected to finish 12th. So they York and Dagenham and Redbridge were the 2 teams that swapped over. So that's how it all finished. The overall then, just to recap, Buxton, 46 played, 30 wins, 13 draws, 3 losses, 104 goals for. That is a new record in the Vanarama National League, I believe. 44 against, 60 goal plus 60 goal difference, and 103 points picked up in the season. Splendid, which means we are in the League 2 for the coming season. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump forward a little bit. We are in May, so we're going to jump forward. I'm not quite sure where to, but we'll come back and hopefully we will show you the fixtures for the coming season and bring you up to date with any transfer activity that's been going on. While you come back just a little bit before the 1st of July, we're going to just update on the transfers, but the reason for it is we have a draw coming up, and I'll show you why in just a moment. But transfers in, we do have a few players come in. Matty Jacob, as we already said, he been on trial with us pretty much all last season. Eventually brought him in. I think we brought him in for just 12 months just to see if he can get an edge. He's a 2.5-star current ability, a 3.5-star potential ability, and commands a little. They start to command a bit of a fee once you get into the football league. So worst case scenario is that we potentially will pick up a little bit of cash for him if he doesn't move on. But he is a left back, can play also as a left wing back. So good cover in that position, methinks. That's Matty Jacob. Sorry about this. It just keeps jumping out, as you see, with nothing currently clicked over yet, because 1st of July is the click over point. Harrison Dudziak. Harrison Dudziak, he has joined us. He's a 2.5-star current ability. This is where he's good. He's got potential 4 to 5 stars. He is 6'1". He's a midfielder, can also play as the central attacking midfielder as well. Think he could be quite useful. He has good technique. He has good tackling. He has good passing, dribbling, first touch, acceleration, balance. Attributes look extremely good. He has joined us, was with Arsenal, and he's in and up and running for the new season. So released by Arsenal, joining us. He is on a contract. I know it's really annoying that at the moment. Let's go back to Harrison. He is on contract for 2 years till the end of 2026. So again, could earn us a little bit of money if he's 110,000. So we've got him in for free. Could earn us a little bit of money. It's a good way of making money at this level. And as you'll see, as I say, his stats are extremely good. I'll be glad when we move on, because this will be this is really annoying. Zach Viner, for you Bristol City fans out there. Zach Viner, he is currently a defender at Bristol City. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. 6'2", can play as that central defender. Can also play as a right-sided defender. Not particularly good as a wing-back, but he's all right. When you look at his technicals, not particularly fantastic, but his mentals are good, work rate's good, and his physicals are quite good, including his jumping reach, which is good news. Hopefully he will do a job for us in defence. Just gives us a little bit extra oomph in that defensive position there. Zach Viner coming on a freebie from Bristol City, where he spent most of his life, really, coming out of the academy there at Bristol. And Lewis Dobby, he's a striker. He's come in to give Manny Norquette a bit of competition up front. Hopefully he's a bit better than Harvey Smith and co. 3-star current ability, 4/5-star potential ability. He's 18 years old. His technicals are quite good. First touch 16, finishing 12, dribbling 11, passing 12, technique 11. His mentals are good as well. Very good. He's got reasonable acceleration, quite good balance, and he has good natural fitness and strength. We'll be hoping to see some goals out of him in this coming season. Won't we, Dobby? Yes, we will. He's come in from Celtic B. I think it's where we may have seen him, actually. Was in Celtic B. They are the incomings. You will have noted that Zach Durnley has left us. He's gone out to Kings Lynn Town on a freebie. Zach, we wish you all the best, mate. We wish you all the best. Right. So they are the transfers. Next up is the schedule. And this is what... I think I might have done that myself, actually. Do apologise. I'd already looked. Because I was looking to see... we said about Sam Osborne scoring the fastest goal after 44 seconds. Had a look to see who it was against. It was against Wrexham, actually. And it was a free kick from just outside the area. A lovely, clean shot. Right, so this is the reason we're going into our first draw of the episode. Because, as you'll see, these are the fixtures that, as they've come out, we will start our new season against Mansfield at home. Mansfield at home. Oh, one other thing to tell you, and I haven't told you that, but in other news... we won't be at Silverlands this season. No, because basically doesn't meet Football League regulations. But Stockport County does. And we will be playing at Edgeley Park for this season anyway. I'm not sure whether they're going to rebuild or what they're going to do. But we'll be playing at Edgeley Park in this coming season. So a little bit of news there that I hadn't told you about. Apologies for that. It all happened between when you were last with us and this time. And then you'll see we have an FA Cup, a Caribou Cup first round, our debut in the Caribou Cup. As you know, in our Chelsea save, or you may not know, we've won it the last 2 seasons in the Chelsea save. So I don't think we'll be winning it in this particular series, but it'd be good to get a little way down the list. So, Mansfield and an unknown team in the first round of the Caribou Cup will be in the next episode. So don't miss that if you can help it. All right. What else do we do? We play. Interesting. We play Chesterfield at the start of September. And then we have Christmas matches. We have a Boxing Day match against Harrogate Town and a New Year's Day game against Hartlepool. So Harrogate Town and Hartlepool are the sides that we will play in and around Christmas. Interesting. Harrogate we play at the end of November. So 2 games in fairly quick succession against them. The return against Chesterfield on the 29th of January. And we finish up the season with Exeter City, a home match against Exeter City. And probably the end of the season, we'll probably be playing Crewe Exeter in our final episode of the season. So that's how the fixture list looks at the moment. The FA Cup first round is on the 9th of November. Draw for that will be coming up in future. But let's go and have to pass mark and have the draw for the first round of the Caribou Cup. Who will we be playing? And thank you to Future Mark for the draw for the Caribou Cup first round. We get a chance to play against the big boys this season. No FA trophy. It's Caribou Cup time. So let's get underway. Let's get the draw done. And as you'll see, lots and lots of teams, including championship sides here. So a bit of a money spinner if we can get a decent side. Albeit we do want to go a little way in this competition. What is the club expectation? Be competitive. Whatever that might mean. Be competitive. Okay, we'll do our best. Let's get on with the draw then. Bristol City. Bristol City first out. They will play Coventry. Bristol City versus Coventry. Burton Albion, League 2, of course, will play West Brom. Accrington Stanley will play Buxton. We need to stay no more. We're playing a League 1 side away from home in our first game in the Caribou Cup. We'll draw all the teams now because we don't need to go through the rest of the draw. I will very slowly pull that down just in case your favourite team is amongst there. And you can spot them to see who they will be playing against. An all-championship tie there. Burnley and Sunderland, I notice. Luton Town have Crawley Town. Cardiff have Millwall. Another all-championship round. So there we go. That is the draw for the first round of the Caribou Cup. I'll hand you back to Future Mark, and he'll bring you up to date what that looks like on the schedule. Well, we're properly on the 1st of July now, and as you will know from watching the draw, we are away to Accrington Stanley in the first round of the Caribou Cup. That to be played on Wednesday, the 14th of August. So it'll be Mansfield and Accrington in our first episode as we get underway in League 2. Can we have a winning start to the season? We will have to wait and see, won't we? Right, transfers wise, just going to double check to see if there has been any more activity. It doesn't look like it since you were last with us, and the answer to that one is no, which means that we will jump forward now then. Harry, just one other thing in news, says Harry Bunn. We've been trying to coerce him. He doesn't want to come back. He doesn't want to play for us. So we're going to leave him alone for a little while. We'll get into the start of the season before the end of the transfer window, and you never know, he might decide, if he hasn't found himself another side, might just come back. It would be good to have him on board for one more season, just see if he would because he definitely did some good games last season, but we'll see. Right, so we're going to jump forward to the 1st of August now, and hopefully we will have some more players on board and we can start to have a look at what the team really looks like for the coming season. Well, finally, I think it might be taking shape, boys and girls. We have got a few more players in, and we're just going to go through those. It is the 1st of August, as you'll see up here. Duncan Ijuan. He is another Bristol City player, offloaded by Bristol City at the end of the season. I think he joined us mainly because Zach Viner was already here, but he's come in. He is a central defender as well. Pretty much the only position he can play in. Currently 2.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential ability. He's with us for a couple of 3 seasons, so we'll see how he goes. Yeah, I think he'll be all right. He's probably more of backup than a regular everyday player, but it just gives us that little bit extra in defence. He's quite quick. His physicals, jumping reach, natural fitness, pace and stamina are quite good. His technical's not so good. Tackling's all right, but everything else is a little bit wishy-washy. Maybe he can improve. And his mentals aren't too bad, but yeah, I think he's playing time. Fringe player is what we're having him in. As I say, more of a sort of backup, really. That's Duncan Ijuan. Kyle McDonald. He is our new right back, although he can play across midfield, can play as a defensive midfielder, can play wing backs, can play on the right side of attack, or right side of midfield if he needs to be, but can play right across the back as well. So he's quite a useful player. His crossing is good, his dribbling is good, his heading is good, his tackling is good, which is what you want from a defender, I guess. Work rate's good, teamwork's good, his acceleration, his jumping reach, natural fitness. All in all, I think he'll be all right. Kyle McDonald, remember that name. He's coming from Hamilton on a free. Hamilton paid $7,000 for him. In fact, he commanded quite a fee through there. So Kyle McDonald, currently 3.5 star current ability, pretty much at the top of his game, I think. 24 potential ability, 3.5 as well. But we'll see how he does. Therese Motoy, he has come in from Norwich. He is a striker. I keep doing that, and I wish I hadn't done it when I do it. Yeah, that's better. We can see it all on this one screen here, Mark. Yes. His attributes, dribbling, finishing, first touch, penalty taking, technique, composure, flair, off the ball, work rate. He's good acceleration, good agility, natural fitness, pace, stamina. It generally stacks up. 3.5 star current ability. He has 4 to 5 star potential ability. Again, good to have him on board. We've got him until 2026, and potential, if nothing else, to earn us some money. That's Therese Amatoy. Very good. Ben Killip. He's a little bit older, 28. He is a goalkeeper, a 3-star goalkeeper. Yeah, I think really, I wasn't too sure. But when I looked at the stats, if you look at his aerial reach, communication, handling, one-on-ones, punching, reflex, throw-in, aggression, bravery, concentration. I think his goalkeeping technicals stack up, mentals stack up. His physicals are not too bad. Command of the area is maybe not quite so good. But yeah, all in all, I think he will be okay. Again, worst case scenario, hopefully make a little bit of money out of him. It has upset Louis Molden, but we'll see. I don't think I'm necessarily going to throw him straight on the scrap heap. Obviously, he might have to prove himself a little bit, but yeah, I'm not going to throw him away. He's come via Hartlepool, Chesterfield, Norwich, even Chelsea. So he's originally come through the Chelsea Academy as Ben Killip. So Killip is our new goalkeeper. And then so far, Cullum Scanlon is the last player in at the moment. He's a product of the Liverpool Academy. 3-star current ability, has a 4 to 5-star potential ability. Could command quite a figure if we move him on. He's with us until 2026. Stats wise, again, as you'll see, his crossing is good, tackling is good, technique is good. He's playing on that left side. Josiah Linton, it's that sort of side of the field really that we've got him in for. So hopefully he will do a job. Been playing rather well in pre-season. If we can just have a quick look, I say quite well. He played an 8.5, a 6.9, and a 6.5, slowly going downhill as it happens. But there we go. Going out, Girolamo has gone to Laverno on a freebie. Good luck to Diego. And DeMarlo Brown Sterling's gone out on loan to Telford United. We haven't offloaded many others. We do, we do need to do so in order to loosen up the wages just a little bit if we can. Right. Why I joined at this juncture, we're going to jump into the Papa John's Trophy Northern Section group draw. I'm going to hand you to pass mark for the draw, and having made the draw, we will come back for our final roundup and preview of the new season and what the media think we are, or how the media think we are going to do. They probably don't think we're going to do a lot, but there you go. We didn't last season. Look what happened. And so to the draw for the EFL Trophy, which is otherwise known as the Papa John's Trophy Northern Section. And the draw to be made. As you will see, there are 8 pots in this draw. And let's have a look and see how it's all going to get drawn out. So, first out, Lincoln City are in Group A. Bradford City. So, first seeds, we have first seeds. We are in the first seeds. Then you get second seeds, which are the under-21 teams in each group. So, we will get drawn in one of these groups, and then we'll face going to be oh, there we are. Sorry, I've forgotten we were in Group D. And we will face Morecambe. Who will we face? Morecambe out against Lincoln. Burton against Bradford. Harrogate against Derby. We've got Crewe in our group. Preston going to Group E. Carlisle. Chesterfield, who came up with us, are in the same group as Accrington. Mansfield in with Fleetwood. Wigan. Doncaster. Stockport County, playing at their home ground, of course. We've also got Hartlepool in our group. Crewe and Hartlepool in our group. So they are the groups as they stand without the under-21 teams in. There are 8 under-21 teams, including Aston Villa, Liverpool, Manchester United, Sheffield United, Leeds, Manchester City, Newcastle and Wolves. We're going to get one of those, but who are we going to get? Let's have a look. Sheffield are with Lincoln, Morecambe and Wigan. Newcastle are with Bradford City, Burton Albion and Doncaster. Liverpool under-21s are with Derby, Harrogate and Stockport County. We have Aston Villa in our group with Crewe and Hartlepool. Wolves are in with Bolton, Preston and Tranmere. Manchester City are in with Barnsley, Carlisle and Port Vale. Manchester United are with Accrington Stanley, Chesterfield and Salford. And didn't see who the last one was. It's Leeds have gone in with Fleetwood, Mansfield and Rochdale. They are the groups then for the Papa John's Trophy. I will hand you back to Future Mark, who will then show you what that looks like with regards to the schedule. So thank you very much to Passmark for that draw for the Papa John's trophy, the EFL trophy, Northern Section Group. And as you'll see now, they fit into our schedule. We'll be playing Hartlepool on the 3rd of September, Crewe on the 10th of October. Roughly one a month, I think it goes. Aston Villa under 21s on the 12th of November. So we only play everybody once in this group stage. So those matches coming up. And then I think once you get past Christmas, or certainly when you get down a bit, then you start playing knockout football. Just spices it up a little bit. So Hartlepool in there first up in that competition. We'll see how that pans out as we get a bit close to it. Transfer market. Let's have a quick look at the transfer market. Nobody else coming in. Nobody else going out. It's all gone very, very quiet. We do have a few more irons in the fire. And hopefully before we start the next episode, we will actually be able to pick that up for you and show you who we've brought in, if we brought in. So let's have a look at the squad then. If we can, squad planner is what we want to do. And then if we go to best 11. So this is how we think our best 11 looks out. Green, of course, is our first players. And then the purple is best prospect. So Ben Killip is best in goal. Louis Molden is back up. Scanlon, wing back. Linton as back up. Patrick Gamble and Harry Williams in defence with Slack. I don't know who's this Slack. He's a youth player. Is he better than everybody else? That just does astound me there. Duncan Iduin is our best backup for Harry Williams. I would say Zach Viner in there, to be fair. Kyle McDonald and James Clark on the right side of defence. Mundell and Patterson in central midfield with Spence and Dudzek as backup. And then we have Omatoy playing him as a winger. That's interesting. Jules Matondo is the backup. He's come through our youth academy, so he might be all right. Jaden Redmond and Mitchell Stevenson, Johnny Smith and Perry Moss on the left-hand side. I would say Jay Redmond and Perry Moss in there, possibly. Lewis Dobby and Manny Norquette vying for the bit up front, especially if Omatoy comes out on the wing. Interesting. Smith and Omatoy look quite good. If both them on the wings, could be quite spectacular. Right, that is how they line up then. As I say, nothing else really doing. Let's have a quick look in the transfer thing. Who have we got here? Will Evans has come in on trial. Jules Montondo. Daniel Sinani. Very good player. Can play right across that attacking midfield. We have tried to sign him. The only problem with it is he won't get a he won't get the work permit, which means that we're going to have to jettison his transfer when it comes around to it. It's not going to happen. So we were looking for another wide player, but we'll see how that all pans out. Nothing else really irons in the fire at the minute, as it looks. Hopefully, as I say, 3rd of August, got about 10 days down to a first game. Hopefully things will materialise before we get there. Right, one final thing to do. We go into this one, and we go season preview. Here we go. There you go. 23rd, 150 to 1. What I should have done, and I will remember to do for future series, is if we have a £10 bet based on what they say and then see what we do, how much money we would make over the series, that would be extremely good. Yes, they're expecting us to finish 23rd, 150 to 1. But now be even favourites, 91 to 1 on 1 to 91. So in fact, they're outstanding. Expectation for Burton Albion to go up. Crewe also expected to go up. Crawley Town third. Bradford City, who were relegated from League One, expected to go back up. Northampton and Cheltenham also relegated from League One. Chesterfield, who came up with us, expected to finish 16th. Colchester, the other side that was relegated, they are expected to pretty much stay in the division. So there you go. That's how it all looks. So it's going to be a tough old season if that's how it pans out. That's all I can say. Why is that showing Greaves, Buxton? It's very weird. Very weird indeed. We don't have anybody, surprise, surprise, in the media Dream 11. I'm just having a quick look to see if we've got anybody in the key players. Not seen anybody as yet. Oh, Johnny Smith and Romain Mundle. Johnny Smith and Romain Mundle, the two and only the two key players in there. I'm sure that will change as the season goes on. Start date then, 10th of August, and we finish on the 31st of May, 2025. As we said, we will finish up with Crewe and Exeter City. But before that, we're going to go to our first episode 32, which will feature Mansfield and Accrington Stanley. In that episode, a League Two opener and a first round match in the Carabao Cup. So we look forward to that one and bring you up to date with all the transfers as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend and new series as they are released. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel and more, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. New episodes of To Be a Legend currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want, if you want to just do anything else, then just hit the buttons on my channel. It'll certainly take you to the previous series and FM 20, 21, 22. It'll also take you to the start of this series and our Chelsea series. If you've not been watching before, if you've not been with us before, then please join us and join along. Don't forget to hit the notification button and all the rest of it. That is very good. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 32. It's out on Thursday. It's our it says first two games in the league here, but it's not. It's our first game in the league and our first game in the Carabao Cup. Till then, very goodbye. Goodbye.